In today's first ever episode, I'm with my parents, Scott and Sam, both founders and CEO of WeFix London. Before we get into it and introduce everyone to everyone, even though we know each other, today we're going to be touching on a previous company that we had, all the success that came with that, all of the struggles, all of the stuff that you guys wouldn't have heard before. We'll also be going into what it was like building WeFix London and why we chose certain things, including logos, branding. And we'll also be discussing their recent venture, which was Channel 5's Rich House, Poor House, which aired a couple of Sundays ago. So welcome, Mum and Dad. Welcome. Hello.
Hi, Ash. You all right?
All good, all good. We'll start off with you, Dad, if you want to just quickly introduce yourself, and then we'll go over to Mum.
Sure, okay. Well, I'm Ash's dad, Scott Mullins, CEO of WeFix London. Previously, we had another very big company before that, which I've been very much involved at from a very young, early age. And over to my older wife, Samantha.
Jake, your younger wife. And my name's Sam, obviously, aka Ashley's mum. I'm the director of WeFix London. Previously worked at the old company, and before that was a nursery teacher. So, yeah, that's me.
How many kids you got?
Pardon?
How many kids you got?
I've got 2 children and 6 grandchildren.
And more coming.
And more coming.
Daisy?
No, you.
No, mate. So, yeah, no, it's basically, obviously, with what has gone out a couple of weeks ago. I know it obviously came out on Sunday, but when this goes out on our YouTube channel and everything, it'll be in a couple of weeks' time. So we're going to touch on, obviously, Rich House, Poor House, but really what I wanted to discuss today was basically from the absolute beginning of when you both first met. Was you working at Pimlico at the time, the previous company? Just like that. So if you can just take it away, really.
Okay, you want to start with me, yeah? When we first met, okay. We first met, I was working at Pimlico already. I'd already been, my dad started the business in 1979. So I was 7. And even by 8 or 9, I was answering the phones at home. You used to get a, my dad used to have a bleeper in his van. He used to go out and do all the jobs on his own. So the calls would come into us at home. Pimlico plumbers, yeah, £35 an hour. Okay, yes, Mrs. Jones, boom, leaking tap. I'd bleep my dad, call up a bleeper. He'd pull to the side. I'd give him all the details. He'd go onto the jobs himself at the time. And then he'd call back in at home, and then we'd go again. There weren't obviously mobile phones then. So that obviously started escalating and escalating, was getting bigger and bigger. And then the sunshine in my life come when I met Sam at a club in Woolwich. I think it was called Flamingos, was the club. I was quite a sharp dancer, so I stood out to So I stood out. No, and then, and then me and Sam, I think, I don't know, what was he, 20 years old? I was 20, I think, when I was 20, 20, something like that. And
what year was it?
And then we had 94.
95.
2095, 2005, 15, 30 years ago.
Yeah, just over 30 years ago.
Yeah, and then we met for a drink, didn't we, in the place called the Post Office in Eltham at the time, weren't it? Got us got a pint of beer and some scampi fries. And we never looked back. And then Bean come then, didn't he? And then Ashley a year later.
Yeah.
And then onwards and upwards, and it's been great since then. Well, it's been great for me. I hope it's been good for you as well.
It's been even better for me, isn't it?
What was you doing, Mum?
What was I doing?
When you met Dad, yeah.
Working in the solicitors in London. I was. I worked as a secretary in the solicitors. Just happened to go to a club after hours, wasn't it? Always somewhere where you went when you was always drunk. You never went in there sober. It was that bad. Yeah, and I remember seeing Dad. He had a bomber jacket on, a Calvin Klein one, a Schnud one.
It was like
It was.
Kevin Klein, I think it was.
It was. Trying to dance.
It was all right.
It
Done the job, didn't it? Done the job. So, yeah.
So that was 95, so 95.
December of 94 might have been.
So Pimlico was just about to hit 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, 79, 18, yeah.
How long did you...
79, 18, not 16 years old, yeah, so it was about 16 years old.
So when would you have started working for them? For Grandad?
When did I start working for him? Well, I went...
He didn't go to Pimlico straight away, though, did
No, I travelled for a year. So I was working Pimlico Saturdays. I used to work there on Saturday and Sundays when we had a basement in Pimlico. We had a little basement area that Grandad got. And we used to go down to the basement. I used to work in there on the phones on a Saturday and Sunday. So I was always doing it. I always knew what I was going to do, because even though Pimlico weren't a success at the time, by far, we lived in Old Kent Road when I was born. Then we moved to Lee Green, and then we moved to Sidcup. But what I was watching us coming out of Old Kent Road, and nothing wrong with Old Kent Road, but things were getting better. I was noticing life was improving, starting to get a nice car. All of a sudden, we had a bungalow in Sidcup, and that was nice, a bungalow in Sidcup. And all of a sudden, so I started to see the hard work my dad was putting in, the rewards it was giving. So in my mind, I was pretty much set. What are you going to do when you leave school? Well, I want to work at Pimlico. I want to run Pimlico. I want to, I want what he's doing. So I remember my dad saying, if you're coming on board, Scott, I wasn't that hands-on, if I'm honest with you, in the plumbing, but to run this successful business, being on the field, you're never going to be able to do it. You need to be in the office, organising, delegating, doing all. And I picked it up fairly quickly. And my idea was going to be that, he said to me, my dad at the time, you set the example. You're first in, you're last out. You work harder, you push, you get the right people. And it just cemented in there. And I just thought, this is what I want. And then to be honest, I was working pretty hard anyway. I knew the value of money, and I still like to think I still do know the value of a pound note. But once Sam come along, you come along, then I really raised the bar then, because I was living in a flat at the time. Do you remember, Sam, in Shortlands, when just a 1-bedroom flat? Then I thought, well, I've got some responsibility here. So I need to make sure I have the nice cars, I have the nice houses. And the only way I was going to do that is by working hard. So, didn't see weekends. Sam knew I was working, weekdays working. Didn't really get to school events like a lot of people, did we? Really, the school was Sam, a bit old-fashioned ways, but Sam brought the kids up, and I went to work, and that's how it was, wasn't it?
Yep.
So when you started at Pimlico, you just said obviously you moved out the Old Kent Road. Your granddad was driving a nicer car, things were going, but up until that point, it wasn't always on the rise, was it? Mm-hmm. It wasn't always. It was constantly going up. I've seen interviews with yourself, with Grandad, that says that you had bailiffs knocking at the door. So I just want to sort of deep dive into it so people can understand that what you see, the Bentleys, the houses abroad, everything like that, it's not an overnight success. It's not always good times.
No, I mean, it wasn't always. I mean, as I say, founder was Grandad, and he found a formula that was superb. He found out that he said he was going to do everything every other plumber didn't do. So turn up on time, smart van, all the bits we've probably been through before. And then he started doing them, and the formula started to be good. And as you say, we wasn't born into money, and certainly my mum and my dad weren't born into money. So they had the hunger to get there. And we just started to see things slowly improve, Sam, didn't we? Things were getting better. And then when I met Sam was saying to me, what do you do? And I said, we got a plumbing. I didn't really know too much about it, but I started getting the responsibilities. But as we was building, in the late 80s, we nearly went under. We nearly was a finished job, weren't we? The recession come, and we nearly lost our house. I remember at the time, I was about 14, 15. Dad didn't let a lot on, to be fair to him. He kept his classes going, but I could sense something wasn't right, because I was still involved in the environment, still going in weekends. Things wasn't going as good as we had wanted, and everybody was suffering. And then he played a masterstroke, if I'm honest with you. He played a masterstroke in which all of a sudden he decided, I'm not invoicing people anymore. Because at the time it was invoices, so you had 28 days to pay, things like that. It was a bit, but all of a sudden it was a game changer. No more invoicing. So what we decided to do was that we was going to, every job we go to, whether it's Mrs. Jones in Chelsea or whoever it was going to be, when the job's done, we'll give you the fantastic service, we'll do everything for you, but you pay when we're finished. And as soon as we done that, that was it. It changed everything. Wasn't waiting on money, wasn't waiting to pay other people. And we dug ourselves out of the hole. I mean, it was testing times, and whoever's in business will go through them times. No, it's never a smooth road. But yeah, the late 80s were very close to collapse for our business at the time, but it actually made us stronger because we tightened up in so many different areas, and we become what we was at the end of the day, and we managed to sell a fantastic business for 150 mil.
So then, Mum, when obviously you got with Dad, knowing what he was involved with, weekends, weeknights, 15-hour, 16-hour days, how did you deal with that? Obviously, because you're with someone, you're effectively a part of a business, but on the other side of it, how did you come to terms with that and dealing with it, especially having a kid?
Just got on with it. It weren't, that's how it is. That was, it was laid out. This is how it is. And I just, it was never, I didn't know anything different. It was always like it. Has always been like it. Having kids was, just a bonus for us, wasn't it? It was, I know. That's just what women do. You just get on with it.
Yeah.
And we wanted the lifestyle. It took us a long, long time to get there. A real long time. I mean, we were skint. People say, "Oh, you're born into money," or you got it from your dad, or it. No, they weren't there. They didn't see how we got there. So, yeah, no, it wasn't like that at all. It's been hard, but we've got the rewards.
Well, rewarding, yeah.
So that was obviously in what you see really from the start of the business. Was the biggest stepping stone was the no invoicing, so payment on completion.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest part, because when I used to go in with you dressed up as Bob the Builder on a Saturday in the courtyard.
You still do that still does that some weekends, don't you? Yeah.
I then remember, I think, I don't know who it was, I think Eric took me and you round when Grandad bought Sale Street. I think he took us round when it was still had all the cars in, I think. To me, that was the next big point of the business, going from that to how many square foot was that?
It was massive, wasn't it?
Massive, massive.
It was just
from
like,
where we'd come from, that tiny little.
It was a game
office.
changer, didn't we? We had a little basement first of all, didn't we? And then we had.
Because that to me was the next jump from, oh right, now this has gone from this to the biggest.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would think, well, I don't know, what, 15,000 square foot. It was massive, wasn't it? It was massive. But you're right. It was going from like to us, it was like going from a corner shop, weren't it, to like Marks and Spencer's or something. Yeah, or something. Yeah.
It was massive.
But it was massive for us, wasn't it? So, yeah, you're right. That was a game. I remember going there, actually. You're right. We went there, didn't we? We looked round and was like...
Had a lift in it,
you had the
remember?
lift, you had the lift because it used to be all the old-fashioned cars.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I think Eric said once the Queen's carriage was kept there. Like one of the Queen's carriages was kept in there and had all the lift there. But yeah, for me, that was the next big point. And then I think from within when did you move into that? Was it 2008, 7?
I think early 2000s. I thought
early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
So we moved there.
South Street.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
about 2000, wasn't it? Not long after we got married. Yeah.
Yeah. And at the time, when you're getting a thing like that, you're thinking,
wow,
can we?
Because even back then, that weren't cheap. Yeah.
No, can you afford it? Are we making the right decision? But then you got to think big. If you don't think big, things ain't going to happen. We could have stayed where we was, plodded along. We was doing okay, weren't we? But if you really want to go for it, you're going to take chances.
What was the turnover the last year on Lambeth Road? Do you remember what that was?
Cool. No, I do know that the £1 million figure was there. I know that.
So it was single digit millions.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Definitely.
And then how long did it take from going to the new head office? How long did it take then to really push on?
Well, we escalated
massively
fairly quickly there, didn't we? All of a sudden, you're starting. All of a sudden, that if it was 15,000 square foot, don't quote me on that. It might have been 12,000. I don't know. But the size of the building, you're thinking, how are we going to fill this up? And then all of a sudden, within 4 or 5 years, the building's a bit small for you. You're feeling, aren't you? So I don't know. It was escalating very, very quickly. I remember it going to 5 mil, 10 mil. And then obviously by 2021, we was taking over 50 mil, just over 50 mil. So it was a massive jump. I mean, very quickly, wasn't it? And yeah, I mean, it just worked out to be a master move. Yeah.
So then talking of 2021 comes around. You, Grandad, the decision's made that the company's going to get sold. it gets sold, which is out there, it's in the press, for somewhere around £150 million to an American company. How was that feeling for you? I know I felt like, but what was the feeling like for you two? Knowing that you'd worked all that and then it was at some point gonna potentially just come to a stop.
I think that it was a bit of a relief. We'd had a bit of a scare in 2015 with myself. I got breast cancer. Dad took a massive thing. That was a massive thing in your life.
Mm.
You changed a lot. We changed a lot from that year on. You did. So I think when it came to that, it was then like, right, okay, let's enjoy ourselves, because obviously Dad was getting up, leaving for work at 4:45 every morning. Didn't get in till 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Had the phones overnight as well. So for us, it was like, and still then, at that time then, he was still doing all that. So it was a massive, I thought it was like, yes, your dad's done it, you've done it.
But how hard is it to be going for 25 plus years, non-stop, every day, even when you go on your once a year holiday, like we used to go to,
10
whether it be
days.
Spain or Dubai,
Yeah.
and you're on the beach walking up and down on the phone for 8 hours of the
Yeah.
day. How does it go from doing that for, as I said, 25 plus years to then wake up and there is not a single phone call unless it's from me, Daisy, one of the grandkids, to nothing? What's that like?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got to be honest with you. The deal was going through probably to and fro for maybe 2 years or so. Maybe really getting feelers out there for 4 or 5 years before. But for 18 months or 2 years, it was getting the feelers out there. We were getting very, very big, but we was losing that family touch, Sam, weren't we?
Yeah.
You were all through COVID. We went crazy through COVID, and that really escalated us. We was doing everything everybody wasn't doing. We was masks. We was making sure everybody was safe. We were making sure that customers were called and they could go into different rooms or go out their house. So that really escalated us as a business. But your question is how did you feel? It's like and it's probably even harder for Grandad than me. But it's like having a kid and you're saying to the kid, I'm going there. So you're thinking, is this the right thing to do? Do I really want to come away? It was getting stressful, don't get me wrong, like Sam said, and you got 250 engineers out there. You got over 150 staff members. You're dealing with 400 people. I probably didn't delegate as well as I should have done. So you're sort of dealing with everything, Sam, and you're going boom, 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 boom. So something was going to give, I think. And I think, to be honest, if we didn't get rid of it, there might have been problems there.
Yeah, you would have been dead.
Maybe. But when we did sell up, how did you feel, Sam? I think I said to Sam, I felt the break was nice, but after a month or 6 weeks, I was feeling, if I'm honest with you, a little bit worthless. Like all of a sudden, you've had 400 people you're looking after, you're putting to work, they're sort of relying on you a little bit. Then all of a sudden, no one's calling you really, no one's relying. And I suppose that's retirement, and that's what you reach. So yeah, so a little bit of me was very, very proud of what all the family done. Mum, you, Daisy, Charlie, all these different people who helped us build it. It wasn't, all the and all the staff there. We had some fantastic staff members there, didn't we? Who really, really, and them staff members are with us with what we started now. But I think we done it at the right time. I think it was just about the right time, and it's made us even I don't know, better. You imagine all the knowledge we've got now and all the things we didn't quite get right. We'll get right on this business, so we'll be better for this.
And how did you feel?
Well, I thought, we're done. That's it. Go and enjoy our lives. Let's go and travel.
You did do that though.
We did do that.
We did do
a lot of travelling. But it does become boring. There's only so many places you can go. So much tea you can drink. So much shopping you can do. Then it gets boring, doesn't it? Same thing every day. Well, get up. What are we doing today? That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So because a lot of people think you sell up for that amount of money and you're just living life doing. Obviously, you are doing whatever you want to do, but what people don't realise as well is that
No, but
you've been working that hard for so long to then come to a standstill. It's probably more difficult than it is to go out and enjoy it.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I think if I'm honest with you, we got kids, we got grandkids, and I think the one thing is you like to leave something behind for them, wouldn't you?
Behind,
I mean,
yeah,
look, at the end of the day, would have we gone back if we didn't have kids and grandkids?
No.
No. Would it have been a waste of all the knowledge we've got now? Yeah, of course it would have done. But I think, if we can build another legacy, or not if, when we build another legacy of industry like we will, it'd be for yourself, Daisy, your children, Daisy's children, and to push that generation on, isn't it? So, yeah.
That's why we do it. Because of you.
So,
Don't
yeah.
say that, mate. One of the main obviously we had a lot of people sent questions in for you two to answer, which we'll touch on later on. But the main question is, why did you start again? Why did we start again?
Why?
What was the sole? I know you just touched on it then, the legacy and stuff. But I mean, I'll let you answer it, obviously. But I know within 6 months of selling the previous business, the demand from previous was through the roof.
Yeah, I mean, what yourself, Ashley, Mum knows, and the people who work with us know that we're very transparent. We're very upfront. We give our personal mobiles out to customers. We've never been people to, if you've got a problem, you give us a call. And obviously, when we come away, we was getting calls. The service seems to be dropping from when you guys had it. Can't you come back? You were seeing emails, you were seeing calls. As you know yourself, Mum was seeing them. And then when you start seeing them things, you're thinking, we've done our bit now. We've done our bit. But then when you're getting Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Jones, think, would you go again? Would you feel? And then all of a sudden, you made the call to me, didn't you? And said, you keep going on about it. And even Mum said it, why don't we go again? I said, you want to go again? And you went, yeah, I want to go again. Sam's first thing to me was what?
No, mate.
You've got to slow down, Scott. And I said, okay, I'll do it in a different way. And then I asked you, Ashley, to call Grandad, see if he wants to be part of it. He enjoys the PR front, doesn't he, of it?
Well, I think he already had the building by that point.
He did, didn't he?
I
Yeah,
think
so
he already
it was
knew
probably,
he was,
so it's probably in his mind. Grandad's wasn't even then. And that's it. I think, was it planned when we sold up? No, because if the Americans who we sold to had asked us to sign a clause saying you can't start again, we would have signed that for that type of money. I mean, it's amazing money, wasn't it? If they said you cannot go again, you would have signed that contract. But they didn't say that. They said you could start in 3 years. And we had the itch, didn't we? And that's it. And that's where we are now.
You had the itch.
We had the itch.
Yeah, you definitely had the itch. You wouldn't come in otherwise. And then why the name WeFix London? How did we come up with that? And also, we got to touch on branding because, again, that's what we're mainly known for. Number plates, the van. How easy or difficult was it from trying to figure out, you've just had the best branding and marketing in our industry in Europe, if not the world, for a plumbing and heating business. How do you then try and find the next best thing? And in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions that we speak from, to now top that with the branding, name, uniform, etc.
I don't think it was ever going to be easy because of the times now. The times are more difficult. We knew that before we started business. We knew, unfortunately, it's not like it was 5-6 years ago even. But what we did know is the knowledge we had. We learnt from the mistakes we've made. Things like that, haven't we? And we just thought to ourselves, okay, let's get all our minds together and let's work out all the things that escalated a business from a one-man band to 150 mil. All the things we got wrong, let's have a look at them, and all the things we got right and how we can improve them things. So we talked to our marketing manager, Tony Davison, been with us for a very long time in the business, hasn't he? And he came up with a name, WeFix London. He said, look, what are you going to do? We said, well, the same again. Plumbing, heating, boom, boom, boom. We said, well, why don't you WeFix? It's in the name. You're in London, right? Why don't you do that? Great name. the designs of the vans actually was yourself and Tony, weren't it? You're coming up with these fantastic, and they're already getting recognised straight away. So we knew that was okay. So it was never going to be easy. But I just felt we had so much knowledge. We know it inside out. We know the engineers we're looking for. You know, we don't get recruitment agencies to do anything. We know what we need. We need smart, tidy, trustworthy, brilliantly qualified engineers. We know. So we don't want them going to recruitment agencies and they come and just come through the door and we'll spend 20 minutes with you and we know, don't we? So we had all the ingredients to go again and be better. So we know this time, we are going to be a better business, a stronger business for it, a more upmarket business, and a huge success, I'm sure.
I mean, because just from when I was dealing with the vans, we wrapped the vans last time I checked 11 times.
Yeah. Do you remember the do you remember the uniform? We had it in multicolours underneath. Yeah.
It was like the eBay sign, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I remember the first couple of vans were terrible.
Yeah.
It looked good on paper, and then when it was on the actual hard thing,
terrible.
it was terrible. Check this, Brandon. No, they were dreadful. And then why? Because a lot of people always say that, and it's not them being nasty or anything. They just always say why is branding so important? Why is branding so important for our type of industry? Because not a lot of people would put branding and plumbing together.
Well, I mean, I think branding is important in any business, Ash, personally. I mean, look, you know.
Look what we've done before.
Sorry?
Just look what you've done before.
Like,
So
I mean, look, we know we're very, very good at what we do. We know we're extremely good at what we do. But if the public don't know you're good at what you do, then nobody's going to use you, right? So it's not really rocket science. I mean, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and certain things you're going to do are not going to be here. But if you're out there and people see your vans, know what you're about, and you're very, very good at what you do, then your branding, people will come to you. So it's essential you get the branding right.
And in let's say 5 years from now, it's March 2026 right now, in 5 years' time, where do you see WeFix going?
London's #1 company. We'll be London's #1 company in 5 years. I have no doubt on that. I really do believe we're building it slowly and correctly. I mean, we've had a few, slow starts, a little bit of a knock here. Thought we had a few good engineers, some weren't great. So listen, which is always going to happen in business. But I honestly believe we will be London's #1 maintenance company.
definitely.
I mean, in my eyes already, it is that.
Yeah.
Previous companies dropped off.
Yeah.
Massive. We've got
Massively.
existing customers coming back to us every single day. We've got just shy of 40 engineers now.
Yeah, and they're
in
good
the vans.
engineers as well. Very, 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 very
The best
good
in London.
Yeah.
You're not going to find anyone better than us
No.
in terms of heating, carpentry, every trade.
Got a fantastic office staff. Just, everything about it.
That's within 18 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, great PR team, social media. No, we've got a nice ingredient, so we just got to keep building on it slowly,
Yeah.
and don't sort of try to get to the top of the mountain first,
That's
is it? Just to get up there slowly and just keep doing what we're doing, and that's it. Yeah.
Now going into what came out the other weekend, Rich House, Poor House. Obviously, I think it was 2021 is when I remember I was on a beach in Dubai when just after the sale, and got a call from Claire.
Claire, yeah.
At Emporium for the Channel 5, and we was I think a week and a half, 2 weeks away from filming that, starting filming that, and then timing wasn't right, was it? I think COVID
security
was still
reasons,
coming back on, security reasons, everything went back up, so the timing weren't right, and then 8 months ago, reached back out, said, do you want to do it?
They've been on a few times. That wasn't the first time. Yeah, they've been on a few times, and we kept saying no, not the right time. And this time Dad was like, let's just do it.
What was the process like? Did you obviously you've done stuff like that before, but was you expecting really to go and swap lives for that? Was it a week you was doing it for, was it?
Yeah, a week was there.
When we done How the Other Half Live, it don't compare to what we've done with Rich House, Poor House.
This was harder, Sam, wasn't it?
Oh my God, this is a lot harder. Like, so hard.
This
I
was
mean,
my
you was
time,
with
yeah.
us in How the Other Half Live.
Yeah, but we were still living our life,
Exactly.
working. We weren't. Well, we did go up Brighton for a day, didn't we?
For the day, yeah. But then that was hard because obviously you're filming all day and it's tiring and you're stopping and you're starting. But this was on a different level.
Is it like what you see on the TV though? Like when the camera's cut, you don't then all just go and have a Nando's and go off to your hotels.
No.
You are sat in that person's living room.
Couldn't work the telly,
TV.
could we? I think the telly he must have been doing for his PS5 or something, whatever he had there. Well, I couldn't do that. So we just used to sit on our phones.
It's like just long day. Yeah, you might do a bit of filming for an hour, then you're sitting down. I mean, we had a great camera people there, but you might be doing 2 or 3 hours sitting around, then you do another hour or two.
It was something like 13 hours filming a day.
Really?
So what you're seeing is like...
small, yeah.
Draining.
So from a show, obviously, the feedback has been unbelievable that I've just seen. I know you guys see it on your social media that you created, but there's been so much that's gone through. Obviously, you said not many people. You don't see the whole thing. Was there anything in the show that you was either funny or you kind of wish was kept in the show?
No one for me.
Yeah, probably. You're going to say the Tony situation, aren't you?
No. No, I'm not. I'm going to say the school situation.
Yeah. I mean, mine. I mean, you go first on the school. Yeah, the school was a shame. Yeah, that I would have liked.
We went to the twins' school, and Dad done some football coaching. As you know, Dad used to be your football coach for many years and took all his teams to the very top. So this was exciting.
Oh yeah.
No,
Should have brought medals in. Bring the medals in.
Yeah, I will bring his medal. But it was a good day. Like it was good. It was football. We love football. We're massive, massive Arsenal fans, season ticket holders. And when we met the headmistress, wasn't it? She was really lovely. School was really nice as well. She happened to be an Arsenal fan. She took us into her office. Do you remember? And it was Arsenal everywhere. That was a really good day. I wish that had been kept in.
Yeah. I think it may be a little bit delicate because some kids don't want to be filmed. You know,
Yeah,
so
course,
I think that might have been the reason that didn't go there. But
And yours is going to be about Tony.
Mine was Tony. I mean, I felt bad, but it makes me laugh now. We're doing the Sunday roast for Tony. If you watch the programme, you'll see that one of the tasks is Tony's homeless, or has been homeless, and Lee and Laura brought him in and looked after him. And they're kind people like that. They looked after him. So we had to do the roast for Tony. But we got in some chocolate eclairs the night before, didn't we? So we got in some chocolate eclairs the night before, but we were starving, weren't we?
God,
And
so hungry.
well, you got 87 quid, and it's like, I don't know, 7-8 quid a day. And you're like, so you're thinking, I'm trying to save a bit of money here. And we've done our shopping, left us about 30 quid. So we got the 2 eclairs, and we're sitting there watching telly, and it's about 6
You
o'clock.
didn't even watch it on your phone, you mean?
On your phone, and
Couldn't get
it's like 6 o'clock, and I'm going to Sam, Tony's eclairs are in there. I'm starving. Sam's going, yeah, I know they're Tony's. And I'm saying, yeah, but we ain't met Tony yet. So we're not, I don't think he's going to necessarily miss some Tony. And Sam's going, you can't. And then by 8 o'clock, they were gone. They're gone. They're gone. And they didn't keep that on the thing. But we apologise. We done a video to Tony, didn't we?
Yeah.
We apologised to Tony.
And we did buy him some back, didn't we? And when we left,
Yeah.
when we filled up all their fridge.
Yeah, the fridge and that. We give him, and we give Tony Arsenal. He'd never been to Arsenal, Tony, had he?
Yeah,
so we give him and Ash, another fella we had met there. We give him the Arsenal tickets, I think, for Champions League game, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
But that was probably my favourite. It was. I felt a little bit guilty, but was it nice?
It was nice, wasn't it? And
it was so nice. Yeah,
it was so nice.
But anyway, Tom, sorry about it.
It was just so difficult, wasn't it?
Yeah. What did was Lee and Laura what you'd expect after meeting relatives and people they know? Because obviously I met them during the filming.
And we spoke to you, obviously, didn't we, on the
FaceTime.
On FaceTime, yeah. Just because there weren't nothing around the flat about them, was there?
So they didn't leave like any clues of like this is what we do.
The only thing we found out was that when we got the board bit, when it was get plastered, wasn't it? And you went, it must be a plasterer. So didn't have a clue what they looked like.
No,
there was nothing there. It was really strange, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. We did. You sort of, as the week goes on, you start to get a picture. He's a plasterer.
He's a plasterer.
Laura's a gardener. Twins football. Twins towers. So you start to get a little But you don't get your mind's really, you can't quite picture them, but you start to
not at all.
understand what their life is a little bit, don't you?
Last question about Rich House, Poor House before we go into the questions from everyone. Would you do it again?
Yeah. At the time, definitely not. Day one, I nearly walked.
The Sam was gone.
I was gone. I couldn't do it. It was.
What was it?
I was so stressed. So stressed. I don't know. And Dad was like, "Come on." Dad talked me through it, and Darren, the
Film crew.
the film crew, and Izzy and that. I don't know. It was.
Mum, you went for a walk, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
She
Calm
went for a
myself
walk
down.
and a snout.
No way. No, I didn't know. I don't smoke.
In the clear.
No, Mum went for a walk. To be honest, fair play to you, because when the crew come upstairs, they come upstairs to where we were saying. Sam was walking past and just said, I ain't doing it. And Darren went, look, Sam, just go for a walk. And when Darren come up, he said, what's the matter? I said, look, I had a bit of a rough night.
Yeah, didn't sleep.
I think there was a train track on, and to Lee and Laura, there's a train track from about here to that wall. So it felt like the 724 was going into Waterloo at 2 in the morning through the flat, wasn't it? That's how it felt. She didn't really didn't have a good night's sleep that night. So,
it was bad.
But to be fair to Sam, you had your walk.
Well, if I didn't have you there, I wouldn't have done it.
Eh?
If I didn't have you there, I wouldn't have done it.
I think you would
Like
have. I think you're stronger than
that.
you think. I think you're stronger. You just had that little walk, that little snap, and away you went.
I don't smoke, mate.
No.
Yeah, so yeah, it was hard. But would I do it again? Without a doubt.
Yes.
You would. And for those who couldn't catch it on Channel 5, Suede has put it out on our YouTube channel, WeFix London, the full episode. So make sure you check it out. We'll tag it below for you. Right, on to the next thing. It's going to be quick fire answers. So no pondering, no thinking about it.
Talking to me, I ponder on everything.
Just answer it. It's got to be quick. And these were sent in from you guys on our social media platforms on X, Instagram, TikTok. What else? It's just YouTube as well. So, right, we'll do it off. This is to both of you as well, so you both answer if you want. What's the best way to network to find like-minded people to build an empire of success with?
Cool. God, go for it.
You say the question again, Ash?
Oh, it's quick fire, man.
Say the question.
What's the best way to network to find like-minded people to build an empire of success with?
Well, we've got a lot of like-minded people from our old business. But if I was starting from scratch to network, pay people good money, get the right people, interview them yourself, you know what you're looking for.
Perfect. Anything to add to that?
No.
Lovely. Do you invest in Google ads and SEO to generate leads for WeFix, or do you advise it for new businesses?
You can't do without Google, and you can't do without SEO, unfortunately. Look, small business is very difficult because of the scale, but moving forward as a business, you can't do without it.
Yeah, and it is expensive. Yeah.
Cool. Are the family you're helping, so Lee and Laura from the show, helping now in the process for the change of their lives?
Indeed.
Have you spoke to them? Have you updated?
In contact with them, going out to Spain with them in April, half term. Lee has done his theory, done that first time, passed, all done. I think his test is this week, but he's not giving too much away. He's sort of said that it's in the next week. So, yeah. And Laura is trying to find dates that she can work around the kids to do her course. So, yes.
Well, that was another question. Yeah. Any idea if Lee passed his driving test? Not his driving test, but his theory he's passed.
He's done his theory. The test is this week.
Lovely stuff. Good luck,
Not
Lee.
sure what day. He'll smash it.
What was hope not?
I like it.
This is from Vanessa, this one. Would you ever consider doing a reality programme like the Osbournes did? The Mullins family would make a good watch on TV, would inspire people to work harder in their life to achieve more.
Yeah, we've actually had people honoured to us about...
Netflix, wasn't it? Netflix and a few others.
Yeah, and a few others, yeah. Definitely, I'd be up for that. I mean, we've got 6 grandkids. We've got, like, our families...
Not all the ticket.
Not all the ticket, yeah.
No, I mean, it's something that you would consider, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What was the biggest surprise when managing on a limited budget on the show? When you got given that
Oh, my
weekly
God.
spend, what was the biggest surprise?
Just how expensive even cheap
Yeah.
stuff is. Sam, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've been fortunate enough to not have to budget. So when you do, and you see how difficult it is for other people, just when you're trying to get things and you don't really look at things before.
Well,
and
you
then-
wouldn't be able to afford to get your tap done, would you?
no,
You
it's
said
just,
that on the show, didn't you? If you had an emergency.
oh, you're in
Yeah.
trouble, weren't you? Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, we paid their bills as well, which wasn't shown either. And like that was
yeah, go for it. Yeah, I mean, the word budget's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
So,
an
like,
horrible
I don't know
word,
how
and
they do it.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
a lot of people are in that position. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Another question here: are you building the apprenticeship infrastructure?
yes, we're very much into apprentices, big time. They're the
Massively.
future. We've got quite a few, as you know. As you was an apprentice, right? Weren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
So you know the targets we're trying to hit. Look, it's not. You used to say to me all the time, "Oh, Dad, me mates are earning this, I'm earning that." I used to say, "Ash, just stick in there, get your apprenticeship under your belt. You will have the last laugh." And you come out 100, 150 grand a year job. Well, you know better than them. You know
Yeah.
better than me. I was no apprentice, but we are pushing for them big time. We're bringing them on constantly, the correct ones, and it's something we're really proud to say we do.
Yeah.
And the last question, which is quite a good question actually, can you lend me a score?
No, the budget's
No.
gone.
Last segment of the show, it's going to be a bit of a fun one. We're going to do our take on Mr. and Mrs. Ready?
Mm.
You know how to do it straight away. There's no
Yeah.
So if it's
talking.
you, you put your face up.
Yeah, whoever you think it is. So if I say, who does
Have
the
you
best
seen that?
cooking?
Botox looks good there, doesn't it? Botox
that
looks
me?
real good there.
See, if I say who cooks better?
Who cooks better?
Yeah, no thinking. Yeah. So you got the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
one.
yeah.
You want to get the same ones. Right. We'll start off a nice and easy one.
Go on then.
Who's more tech savvy? Oh, nice. Who's the better driver? Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
no
massively.
way.
miles better, honestly.
Massively. Don't.
No, honestly, miles better.
Don't.
Who cleans the most? Who's a clean freak?
Oh, God. OCD.
You was a bit slow though there, Sam.
Who's more likely to call someone up lost?
Flipping hell.
Oh,
Are you joking?
Lost?
Lost.
No.
You got, don't. Honestly.
I got sat nav.
No. Do you know how to turn the sat nav on?
No, you do that
No,
for me. You help me.
exactly.
who's more likely to put the TV volume up to 100?
Oh, my
gosh.
God. Deaf boy.
I've got a good one. And lastly, who's more likely to make sure they win at a certain, whatever you two are doing, whether that be walking the dog, running, walking, yeah, Dad.
Dad, he is so competitive. It is unreal. He has to win everything. The snooker table at home, the pool table at home, we do not. I've never played on it because you can't play with him because he just.
Yeah, when the
he
kids
gets-
go over, you have to brush
yeah,
it down.
Yeah, but he just wins. He's no. Everything Dad does in life, he wins at.
I won you.
Yes, I like
Oh,
it.
God. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening to the first ever episode of Success Unfiltered. Make sure you tune in next week for a brand new episode.